Welcome back to Ruben Tech, and today I have a great one for you guys. I just read this. DOJ antitrust officials reportedly pushing for Google to sell off Chrome browser. Now, this pisses me off to no end. It shows the lack of information by the DOJ. Chrome browser, it comes from Chromium. It's open source. What are they going to do? Force Google to stop contributing code to it? Now, I say that as a joke, tongue in cheek, but you know what? They probably would. This is why it pisses me off. They understand nothing about technology, and yet they're pursuing the largest, best companies in the world and trying to break them up. Companies that, I'm going to borrow a phrase here, make America great. Would we really want another country having Google, having Apple, having Amazon? Well, apparently America, our current DOJ, thinks that, hey, you know what? These companies aren't good for us, even though they pay excellent wages, dominate the world, and bring a lot of dollars over here. So I don't know. It just drives me crazy when I hear this stuff. Okay, sell Chrome. What? You can go compile Chromium right now. Oh, man, sorry guys. I just really want to pull my hair out when I read this kind of stuff. It's just absolutely ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. But anyways, even though they have this ridiculous solution, my guess would be that they would prevent them from contributing code to it. They basically would try to kill off the Chrome browser, because Chrome is a free product and it's open source, and Google is the largest contributor to this project. And while I imagine someone like Microsoft or another company who already contributes might want to take it over, there's really no reason for them, because right now Google's the one that's investing all the dollars into it. So why would they just pick up that? There's no real purpose for them. I don't know. I guess a smaller company could, but it would probably require quite a bit of cash to keep it going. I know they have quite a large Chrome team over at Google that contribute to it. But that's neither here or there, because hopefully the Trump DOJ, will they seek a Google antitrust settlement? Now, Google and Alphabet, Sundar in particular, got very cozy with Trump during the presidential election. So you saw big tech ranging from Bezos to Sundar to Tim Cook all get very friendly with Trump. Some people might call this crony capitalism. I call it very smart, because I own stock in all those companies and I want them to do well. Hopefully, the new person that comes over to take this case will not pursue this against Google. It is absolutely ludicrous. And in my mind, it does not make America great to break up our best companies. So I just wanted to talk about that. I just can't stand these antitrust suits. They are absolutely ridiculous. And this doesn't mean that I'm against antitrust, but Chrome is a free product, just like Android's a free product. The Google case they just lost versus Epic Games, the owner of Epic Games admitted, he said it's absolutely ridiculous that Apple, which is closed, won their case, and Google, which is open, lost theirs. It shows you that the justice system, when it comes to things like this, is absolutely ridiculously flawed. However, more news coming in, Alphabet and Tesla on this one. Tesla gains and report Trump's team planning federal self-driving vehicles regulation. So they're going to go in and loosen up this program right now federally. At the state level, most states manage it, but at the national level, federally, it is extremely difficult. Nobody could roll out nationwide right now, not even Waymo. They have to go site to site. So hopefully with Trump, and we will see some of this start to relax so that we can get more progress. Understand, this isn't just good for Tesla. This is good for Waymo also, of course. Next thing I got for you on the list right here. Salesforce CEO Mark Benioff lauds Google's truly groundbreaking Gemini AI after taking jabs at Microsoft's Copilot. Now, I had this up, but all of a sudden it keeps doing this. But basically, he went ahead and said that Copilot's pretty awful and that the latest version of Gemini is really good. Now, I only bring this up because there is a lot of other large companies coming over to Google's cloud, and right now it's thought that what is driving Google Cloud is their AI, that they are ahead of MSFT and AWS in the cloud for that. Next thing on the list, Alphabet's life sciences firm Verily to become a standalone entity, disconnect from Google. So understand, and this one is, God, God, this really pisses me off. There we go. Verily is under Google's what they call other bets. Basically, Google has a branch where they take these long shot bets. It consisted of Waymo. Waymo actually is still under other bets. It has Verily. It has a few other ones. Verily is a health company. They were working on contacts at one time to take the glucose from your blood. They're looking at extending the life of human beings, things like that. Verily, since 2019 or 2021, actually, and this one right here, they have been pursuing a secret plan to untangle itself from Google as it readies for a potential IPO. So you might say, how can it be that they are a part of Google, that Google owns them and they're going to IPO? Well, it's kind of the same way as Waymo. So basically, Alphabet, when they formed, Google was Google, and then it formed Alphabet. And Alphabet is kind of like this larger corporation that owns Google. Google is the subsidiary under Alphabet, and it's obviously the one that makes most of the profit. But then what happens is there's other arms of Alphabet, and these arms allows it to have more flexibility and maneuverability in how it operates. And so Verily is looking to break off, and hopefully they can IPO and have a successful IPO and stuff like that. And that will, of course, benefit Google because they will be the largest shareholder in Verily, just like they are in in Waymo. Moving on here, this is about that. Now I have saved the best for last. If you made it this far, please hit the like and subscribe. I need subscribers. Don't leave without subscribing. I'm begging you. Does that sound funny? I don't know if it does. Nvidia is going to help Google design quantum computing processors. I love quantum computing ever since I read David Deutsch's first book, The Fabric of Reality. David Deutsch is known as the father of the modern quantum computer, as he solved the Turing. He created the first Turing quantum computer. He didn't, not physically did it, but mathematically he formulated it. That is his claim to fame. Now, Nvidia is going to help Google. They're going to work together. This is important because they are the two powerhouses right now that are powering AI chips in the world. People would say, Google, what? Google has the TPUs, known as their tensor processing units. They are in TPU version 6 right now, and these are largely considered and widely known to be the best AI chips in the entire world. However, they are not commercially available to other people to buy. You can only go into their cloud and rent them, or whatever you do, what you'd like to call it in the cloud. Take a contract out, you move your workload to the cloud, you can utilize your TPUs, but it's not like you and I can go and we can buy a Google TPU. Now, the best commercially available AI chip in the world is from Nvidia. You and I, if we had the money, we could go to Nvidia and say, hey, Jensen, I want to buy a Blackwell 100. I think they're like $40,000. So we could just pony up the money, and I'm sure he would hand one over, except for that the waiting list is extremely long, and you and I probably do not have the necessary cachet, or whatever you would call that, to get him to sell to us first over Elon and Sundar and all these other guys. But anyways, here you have two of the best in the AI chip space working together on quantum computing. You might say, big deal. Sabina Hassenfelder says quantum computing sucks. Sabina says everything sucks and that nothing's going anywhere. Well, Sabina is wrong. Yes, Sabina has forgotten more about physics than I will ever learn, but I do know a little bit about quantum computing, and I do believe that her pessimistic attitude towards everything is completely wrong, especially about the future of quantum computing. It will come. She is correct that Elon promises everything tomorrow, right? FSD tomorrow. He's been saying that for 10 years. It isn't happening, right? So, of course, she's not Elon. Elon's a marketer. He's a hype man. She's not Donald, right? She's not a politician. She's a physicist. But she says nothing's ever going to happen. It's going to happen. Quantum computing will come. And when it does, it is going to revolutionize the world. She kind of makes it sound like, it doesn't really do much. Yes, it does. It does everything. Our world, we don't live in a classical world. It basically operates on most levels classically, but the true nature of reality, the fabric of this reality, as far as we know, is quantum mechanical. It's the best actual description that we have of this world, and everything in this world is a quantum system, including you and I. We are quantum systems. And so when you get these quantum computers, they are going to be able to do things on different kinds of levels. This is because our world, these equations are considered second order differential equations. And you use these to model the world we have, everything basically in the world. And quantum computers thrive on solving these types of equations. They solve them very efficiently compared to classical computers. In fact, there are some quantum advantage situations where it's said that a classical supercomputer that would take 10,000 years to solve a certain type of problem could be solved by a sufficiently large quantum computer in a matter of just minutes. So enough of mumble jumble. Oh wait, just a little bit of more mumble jumble. Quantum computing is going to be bigger than AI. And when I say that, I can say that with a straight face because AI is going to be largely dependent on quantum computing. Already we are hearing that AI is starting to level off, is starting to hit a wall. Well, there might be a problem, and Roger Penrose, the great physicist who's actually done something, once stated that he believes that consciousness is quantum mechanical also. He has pointed towards these microtubes in our brains and other things that could possibly deal with the collapsing of the wave function, causing these states to occur that create our consciousness. Now, if this is true, if this was to be true, what it means is that the traditional AI path that we are on right now will never, ever be able to be as smart as a human being. I don't want to say never, ever. It would have to have a tenfold XXX increase in computational power to get to the level of a human being. However, a quantum computer could mimic it perfectly if it was sufficiently large enough. It's going to happen. And when it happens, whoever is at the forefront of this is going to be greatly rewarded. So keep that in mind. It is a long-term play though. Oh, also something a quantum computer could do. Quantum computer could break your crypto addresses. It could hack your private keys in a matter of minutes. That's something else that it could do. But I highly doubt that Google or Nvidia is going to use it for that purpose, though the US government will definitely be using it to read the emails of the Chinese and the Russians. That's all I got for you guys today. Have a great day. And if you enjoyed this, please hit like and subscribe down below. Have a good one.